This meeting is being recorded.
Not done. Yesterday, I explained about programming related concepts. If I write main method in a Solid program, is it executed? If I write main method in a Solid program, main method, is it called automatically? No. Okay. Because Solid program runs in server. Server doesn't know main method. That is the reason we should not write. But execution purpose, what is there? Life cycle. How many life cycle methods? 3. What are those? Init, service, destroy. When init method called by web container? Whenever first request comes to a Solid. When service method called by web container? Every request. When destroy method called by web container? Whenever Solid instance is removed from web container. When Solid instance is removed? Whenever web application is undeployed or server shuts down. In the two situations, service Solid instance removed. Then destroy call. Whenever first request comes, how many methods called? 2 methods. What are those? Init and service. Second request, survey. Third request, fourth request, last request, service. These methods in which interface? Solid interface. Solid interface in which package? Java X.Solid package. Up to Tomcat 9. Tomcat 10 onwards, Jakarta.Solid package. Okay. Now this package, it is a part of jar file, solid-api.jar file in Tomcat software. So first of all, we have to download Tomcat software. We have to install Tomcat software. We have to set the class path. Then only we can see the library. Okay. So download Tomcat software, install, set the class path, then we can see. After that, you cannot see Solid's library. Okay. Before going to that one, first steps. Note down. Steps to develop web application. Steps to develop web application. Steps to develop web application. First step. Create a web application folder structure. First step, create a web application folder structure. I'll explain how to download Tomcat software, how to install, how to set the class path. I'll explain. Now, steps to develop web application. First step, create a web application folder structure. Second step. First step, create a web application folder structure. Second step, create and compile web application source code. First step, create a web application folder structure. Second step, create and compile web application source code. Nothing but Solid program. Third step, write deployment descriptor. Nothing but web.xml file. Steps to develop web application. First step, create a web application folder structure. Second step, create and compile web application source code. Nothing but Solid program. Third step, write deployment descriptor. Nothing but web.xml file. Fourth step, note on. Create a WAR file. WAR, web archive. You can call web archive also. Create a WAR file. Steps to develop web application. Create a web application folder structure, create and compile. See, these 4 steps you have to follow. After developing, how to run this application also steps will be there. First, how to develop we'll see. After that, how to run we'll see. Okay. These 4 steps you need to follow. Now, first, web application folder structure. See, it is not like a core Java type, JDBC type. It from here onwards complete different. Complete new style appears. Say, these many steps for developing application only. Minimum these 4 steps. Okay. After that, this file, WAR file will be the no, that is called web application. WAR, web application. That WAR file we have to copy in server. Then that file is worldwide accessible. If you copy in real-time server, if you copy in our server, it is accessible here only. If you copy in real-time server, worldwide accessible. Our welcome program also worldwide accessible. If you deploy in real-time server. But if you want to deploy in real-time server, you need to pay money. Space required, you have to purchase. Okay. Java web hosting servers, many are there in Hyderabad. You can deploy, you can run worldwide that application. Or you can deploy in cloud, AWS, Amazon Web Server, Google Cloud, Azure. These all servers are there. No? Cloud server also you can deploy. See, steps to develop web application. For welcome program also same steps. For project also same steps. Okay. Now, this is you have to follow. Now, first step, create a web application folder structure. How to create web application folder structure, I'll explain. Okay. Listen. Any doubts are there? End of the session we'll see. Now, see, note on web application folder structure. Web application folder structure. Web application folder structure. See, first of all, we have to create one folder. We have to create one folder. The folder name, whatever you want, you can write. Okay, listen with more concentration until completion of first program. Listen with more concentration. First program, word by word, you should understand. Then second program, nothing. Okay. Now, web application folder structure. We are going to develop web application. Web application, nothing but internet application. For that, one structure is there because it is specification, rules and guidelines you have to follow. If you follow like this only, web container can understand. It will create object. It will call the method. Then your output comes. If you write your own style, web container cannot understand. That is only your learning, rules and guidelines. Writing program, nothing but core Java. Whatever you studied with core Java, that is only you can write here also. But Rules and guidelines are there, no? That is advanced Java. Specification, rules and guidelines. Now, first of all, we have to create one folder. The folder name, whatever you want, you can write. Don't write, I'll get time for writing. Listen, any one folder name. Suppose folder name is root folder, I'm writing. Folder name is root folder, I'm writing. Whatever you want, you can write. Root folder. In this folder, one folder you have to create src. src, it should be small letters only. src, source. Okay. Now, in this folder, .java files you have to place. .java. Don't write, I'll give it time for writing. .java files. Okay. So, one folder you have to create. The folder name, whatever you want, you can write. For example, I given root folder. Folder name is root folder I given. In that folder, one src folder you have to create. In that folder, .java files you have to place. Okay. After this, one more folder you have to create. The folder name must be web-inf. It should be in capital letters only. That should be hyphen only. If you write underscore also, error. If you don't write capital also, error. That is you have to follow. Web-inf. It should be capital letters. It should be hyphen. In that folder, you have to place, you have to create one more folder is called classes folder. Classes folder, it should be small letters only. Okay. In the classes folder, you have to place .class files. .class files. .class files. So, in a web-inf folder, one more folder. The folder name is classes. It should be small letters. In that folder, .class files. While developing applications, some libraries required. For example, in JDBC program, type 4 driver program you are writing. Type 4 driver available in OJDBC 6_g.jar, OJDBC 8_g.jar file. Jar file is there, no? The jar file also you have to place here. Suppose in a solid program, if you write any program that is related to library, then that is also you have to copy here. Lib. This folder name should be lib only. In this lib, all .jar files you can place. Jar files. .jar files. What are the jar files you used for your project? That is you have to place. After this, here, it should be file name web. The file name must be web.xml. File name. File name should be web only, small letter only. That extension also should be .xml only. It is one file. Suppose in your project, HTML also is there. HTML you can place here. .html files. Suppose in your project, cascading style sheets also are there. .cs files. .css. JavaScript files. Suppose JavaScript also used. .js files. Suppose in your project, some images, audio, video are there. Those all you can place here only. Image files, audio files, video files, dash, etc. Okay. Like this. After this, this is totally, you have to make it as one bundle. This part, only this part. You have to make it as one bundle. Inside the web-inf, whatever is there, that is you have to create as war file. This is called web application. This file we have to copy in server, but we should not copy .java files, because .java files server doesn't know. If you copy also, your memory wasted. Like, because every bit you are paying money in internet, real-time servers. If you suppose your project is 10 MB space, for 10 MB you have to pay money. Your project is 20 MB space, 20 MB you have to pay money. But Java files also, if you copy, what will happen? Space wasted. For that space, money wasted. And also, if you copy .java files, other people will see your project code. They'll change address, mobile number, mail ID. They'll make it one more website. Okay. Project code also if you. That's what you should not copy .java files. Okay. This is you have to follow first step. Write this one. Now, suppose these all you have to create, but in Eclipse, what will happen? Just a dynamic web project. If you click, all will be created. That's what Eclipse we use. But core Java starting only Eclipse if you use, no use. From here onwards, you can use Eclipse. Okay. Here what will happen? These all creating, it takes time, no? That is the reason we are going to use Eclipse. Okay. First program without Eclipse I'll teach. Second program onwards Eclipse. Second program onwards up to last class Eclipse only. First program manually I'll teach. Then you'll get a knowledge. After getting Eclipse. Okay. One program with Eclipse, without Eclipse I'll teach. Second program onwards with Eclipse. Online students already told many times you are not listening. If I open chat box, the diagram will be vanished. Even they cannot write notes. Chat box not visible to you, but it is visible to offline students. If I click that one, this diagram vanished. And also they cannot write notes. End of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Yesterday it was disconnected, end of the session. That's what I didn't clarify your doubts. Every day I'm giving time, no? Is it over? See, first of all, one folder we have to create. The folder name, whatever you want, you can write. In that SRC folder you have to create. That should be SRC only. In that .java files. In a root folder, webinf folder. In that classes file folder. In that .class files. The project may requires jar files. Example, OJDBC 6_G, OJDBC 8_G. That's what that purpose, one more folder, lib folder. Configuration purpose XML. What is XML? Why XML? We'll see further. your project may requires HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these all. Those all you can place. Image files, audio files, video files, all will be here. This totally we have to make it a bundle. That is war file. Okay. Now, here, this is first step. Create a web application folder structure. Create a web application folder structure. That is first step. Now, for first program, what I'll do, see here. For first program, I'm going to create. So without Eclipse, I'll teach. Second program with Eclipse. Second program onwards. Now, because daily if I teach manually also time wasted, they'll teach. First step, one folder name. Okay. Suppose I selected folder name first step. This name, whatever you want, you can take. First step. In this folder, I'm writing WebINF folder. Okay, WebINF. In this folder, I'm writing classes folder. Classes folder. In this folder, I'm writing one solid program. Suppose first solid.java. You have to write. Actually, .java file where we have to write? SRC folder. SRC folder. But if I write SRC folder, again compilation execution process different, no? Manually if you want to do. In core Java package you study, no? Package concept. That type you have to compile. Java C -D you study, no? That is the reason present I'm writing here with Eclipse automatically separated. Okay. Now present I'm writing here only. After this first solid.java, if you compile first solid.class, this file. Here web.xml. This is minimum required. Present. Welcome program purpose. Web.xml. Okay. See, .java separate, .class separate we have to write. But .java separate if I write, again I have to teach package concepts also. Few people, they don't know package also. That's what present I'll do like this. Next program anyhow I'll use Eclipse. Eclipse automatically separates. Okay. Now first solid.java, first solid.class. It is web.xml. This is we have to create as a war file. This is you have to create as a war file. Suppose war file name first.war. This is our program, first program. Write this one. See, this folder name web, it should be WebINF only. It should be WebINF only. It should be classes only. It should be XML only. Web.xml. Remaining names, whatever you want, you can write. These three compulsory. Whatever I given tick mark, it is compulsory. In a first tab folder, WebINF folder, in that WebINF folder, classes folder, in that first solid.java, first solid.class. So we have to create one first tab folder. Next, we have to create WebINF folder inside the first tab folder. Next, we have to create classes folder inside the WebINF folder. In that, we have to write one Java program. We have to compile. We'll get a class file. For that, you have to configuration XML file. This is we have to create a war file. Already told it will take 3 days to explain. 3 days. 3 days you should have a patience. We'll get the doubts. 3 days you should have a patience. Why XML? Now only if you ask, I learned. If I explain also no use. I'll explain. Okay. Now only if I what is XML, why XML? If you ask, you cannot understand also. I'll explain. Okay. 3 days you should have a patience. Now, is it clear? First tab, WebINF classes. This is the main folder. In that subfolder, in that programs, in this WebINF, this file, this totally we have to make it a bundle war file. This is we have to deploy in server. Okay. Now, for that, what we have to do, see. Now, Solid program if you want to write. First of all, Tomcat server required. If you want to see, that's what Tomcat server. First, downloading, installing Tomcat server, installation. These all we'll see. Because if you want to write a program, Solid library required. This first step we can do. First step nothing but creating folders only. Okay. First tab folder, WebINF folder, classes folder. We'll create. But after creating this program, you have to write. For writing this program, library required. Library available in server. That's what server you have to install. So steps to download Tomcat server. Note on. Steps to download Tomcat web server. First step, open the browser. Second step, open Google. Third step, type Tomcat download in search bar. Fourth step, click on the following hyperlink. Steps to download Tomcat web server. First step, open the browser. Second step, open Google. Third step, type Tomcat download in search bar. Fourth step, click on the following hyperlink. Steps to download Tomcat web server. See, I'll open browser. I'll open Google. In search bar, Tomcat download. Enter. Here, latest version 10. 1 minute. Now, write it. Click on the following hyperlink. HTTPS tomcat.apache.org. Otherwise, directly this one you type in browser search bar only. Directly in address bar you can search, type. Then no need to follow 4 steps. Directly this step. Okay. https://tomcat.apache.org/ directly you can click there. You can type there. Okay. After getting this one, here left side, see Tomcat 8, Tomcat 9, Tomcat 10. Go for Tomcat 10 also. Now click on Tomcat 10 under download section in left pane. Click on Tomcat 10 under download section. Click on Tomcat 10 under download section in left pane. It is nothing but layer, frame, pane will call. Left pane, right pane will call. Click on Tomcat 10 under download section in left pane. Is it over? See, you have to click this. After that, you have to scroll down. After scrolling down, what you have to do is you have to click this hyperlink. 32-bit or 64-bit Windows Service Installer. Next, scroll down. Next, click on 32-bit or 64-bit Windows Service Installer. Windows Service Installer hyperlink. Click on 32-bit or 64-bit Windows Service Installer hyperlink. There are many hyperlinks are there. Better to go for this one. With other links also possible. It is best option, installer option. Click on 32-bit or 64-bit Windows Service Installer hyperlink. Say, I'll click. It is going to be downloaded. See, downloaded. Apache Tomcat 10. It is downloaded in downloads folder. You can see. Depends upon internet speed. It will be downloaded. Download section. See, Apache Tomcat 10.0.2. First of all, in my system, already Tomcat old version is there. I'll remove. C drive, program files, Apache. In my system, Tomcat 8 is there. I'll uninstall first. Add or remove programs. Here, already Tomcat 8 installed in my system. That is, I'll remove. Okay, this is Apache Tomcat 8. This is I'll uninstall. Okay, it is uninstalled. Now I'll install. Now note down steps to install Tomcat web server. Steps to install Tomcat web server. First step, double click on downloaded file in downloads folder. Double click on downloaded file in downloads folder. It is nothing but Apache Tomcat 10.0.22. Apache Tomcat -10.0.22. Right, this one. Double click on downloaded file. That is Apache Tomcat 10.2.10 exe file. This is okay. That is in a bracket. You can write otherwise. .exe file. Double click on downloaded file in downloads folder. So this is downloaded. On that, double click. 1 minute, because I uninstalled one folder will be there. That is also we have to delete. In C drive, program files, this Apache software. This folder is empty, but we have to delete. Better shift to delete. Now it is going to create now. If I install, say downloads. This is double click. Click on S button. Click on next button. Note on. Click on S button. Click on next button. Click on S button. Click on next button. Click on S button. Click on next button. Click on I agree button. Click on I agree button. Now here, host manager examples. The Tomcat itself, it will provide some examples. If you want, select the check boxes. Click on next button. Click on next button. So Tomcat itself, it will provide some examples. That examples also, host manager also, if you want to see, you can do it. These two also you can select. These are compulsory required. These two not compulsory. That is the reason not selected. If you want to see examples, you can see. Select. Click on next button. Here, server port number. Okay, leave it. Those all. Now here, Tomcat username, Tomcat password. Whatever you write, you have to remember. You have to apply further. Now. Here, type username. Example, admin. I'm writing admin. Whatever you want, you can write. Type password. Password also I'm writing admin. Whatever you want, you can write. Type username, admin. Type password, admin. So myself, I'm writing admin. Whatever you want, you can write. Admin. Okay, myself I written admin. Whatever you want, you can write. After that, click on next button. Click on next button. Here it will ask JRE location. 1 minute. In my system, JDK 8 also is there, 6 also is there. Now I selected JDK 16. Okay, that is you have to select. That is default in your system. It will take here. My system on JRE also is there. That is the reason another selected. This is JDK path. Otherwise, right. Select the JDK pin. Example. Click on next button. 1 minute. 1 minute. Admin. Next. Now up to JDK, write it. Up to JDK. Pin not required. Up to JDK. Up to JDK, write it. Select the JDK and select the JDK folder, not bin. Select the JDK folder. Example, this one. After this, here destination location, automatically program files, Apache software, these all leave it. Click on install button. Next. Click on install button. Next, click on install button. This location, leave it default location. and click on install button. It is going to install. Click on finish button. Click on finish button. Now Tomcat is working or not, we can check. How to check, I'll show you. Next, write it. To start Tomcat web server. To start Tomcat web server. To start Tomcat web server. Write it. Click on Tomcat icon. Click on Tomcat 10 icon in the following folder. Click on Tomcat 10 icon in the following folder. To start Tomcat web server, click on Tomcat 10 icon in the following folder. Click on Tomcat 10 icon in the following folder. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 bin. In this folder, just click on Tomcat 10 icon. So by default installed in this location, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation. In the Tomcat folder installed. In that bin folder, Tomcat icon is there. Is it over? Before installing Tomcat only, JDK software should be there in your system. JDK is not there, first you have to install JDK. Okay. Here, this is. Click on S. It is double click, write it. Double click on next, click on S button. Click on S button. See, click on S button. Once if you get a like this, server startup, last message you observe, server startup in milliseconds. You are getting now? That means server is running properly. Now server is running. Okay. This is server console. This server window. Server console window. Next. To open Tomcat homepage. To open Tomcat homepage. Open the browser. Second step. Type the following in address bar. http://localhost:8080. Open the browser, type the following in address bar. http://localhost:8080. To open Tomcat homepage, open the browser, type the following in address bar. Is it over? See this window, just you can minimize. While running this window only, we can open that page. See, I'll open the browser. I'll paste http:// localhost 8080. Enter. You are getting like this means port number you have to change. It will not work. Admin. See, again this one only comes. Port number not working. We have to change the port number. Now next, to change the port number, because so many servers port number 8080 will be there. It is not working. We have to close. We have to change. 1 minute. C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, configuration, server.xml. This file we have to change. If it is not working, you change. So first step, open server.xml. Open server.xml file from the following folder. Open server.xml file from the following folder. Open server.xml file from the following folder. I'll explain everything, that URL, everything. Already told 3 days it will take time. 3 days it will take to understand all. Word by word I'll explain. Word by word I'll explain. What is HTTP? What is localhost? What is 8080? Is all, everything I'll cover. URL, URI, URN. What's the difference between URL, URI, URN? Also entry question. I'll explain. See, to change the port number not working means you have to change. Server.xml file. In this location, that file is there. That file we have to open. Is it over? See, server.xml. I'll open. Open with Notepad. I open. After opening, you observe. If you scroll down here, connector port somewhere appears here. Connector port equal to 8080. This is you change. Suppose 8082. After this, file, save. Okay. Now, write this one. Second step. Change the port number. Suppose 8080 to 8082. Example, connector port equal to 8080 was there. Here you have to change. So that place only you change. Other port numbers don't change. Many port numbers are there. Change the port number 8080 to 8082. Is it over? So connector port equal to 8082. If you are getting access denied to change the port number, then what you have to do? Notepad with run as administrator you have to open. If you are getting access denied, okay. At the time, right click, run as administrator. Run as administrator, open that option you can use. I changed port number. After this, so other places don't change. Only this port number only change. See here, other port numbers are there. Other port numbers. Don't change other port numbers. Okay, don't do any other modifications in this line. Now, here I'll close now. Now, next to open Tomcat homepage. Now, type the following. In address bar. http://localhost:8082. So in address bar, now 8082 we are right. See, I'll paste, enter. See, first we have to open, start the server now again. The server I closed. In a bin folder, Tomcat 10 icon. Yes. This window, it shows milliseconds. How many milliseconds it is open? See, milliseconds. 2447 milliseconds it is open. Minimize. Close. This is now you can type. This is Tomcat homepage. It's like Google homepage, Yahoo homepage, like that Tomcat homepage. Now, next, to open Web Application Manager. You'll understand this all, whatever I'm giving notes, you'll understand into Monday class. Monday class, everything I'll explain. Click on Manager App button. Click on Manager App button. Type username, admin. Type password, admin. Click on type username, admin, type password, admin. See, after getting this one, Manager App, you have to click. It will ask username, admin, password. Now, click on sign in button. Type username, admin, type password, admin. While installing whatever given username, password, that is your right. See, username, admin, password, admin. Click on sign in button. Here, password is going to be stored if you save. If you don't want, never. This is application manager. We have to deploy here. Applications we have to deploy here. It is Tomcat web application. All applications are managed, is going to be managed here. See here examples. Here many examples are there. Solid example, JSP example, WebSocket examples. So like this, if you write your program also, it will be stored here. It will display here. So Tomcat Web Application Manager. Tomcat Web Application Manager. What it will do? It will manage. What it will manage? Web applications. Whatever you are going to develop, those all comes here. Here already some examples are there. See, solid example, JSP example, WebSocket example, solid example. See, if you execute, that program output comes. Source code, we can see. See, these all already examples are there. These many examples already given. Solid examples. See, if you execute this, you'll get output. Hello world. See, if you execute this one, this is output. If you execute this one, this is output. See, like this, you can execute the output. You can see the output. These solid programs, predefined examples. Okay. So this type of examples are there. That program also we can see. This is a program. This is a program. This type of programs you are going to learn. Nothing. See, these are programs. Solid programs. Okay. Now, like this, if it is working, your server is running properly. Okay. So, download, install Tomcat server. Okay. Now, this is Tomcat server closing. These are the steps. How to develop web application, I given. How to download Tomcat server. How to install Tomcat server, I given. Now, if you want to see the Java library, see at the command prompt here, Java P, Java X dot, not Java X because I given 10, Jakarta dot solid. Will get error. See, Jakarta dot solid, not found. It is found. It is there. Class path you have to set. Next, write it. Class path to access Solid's API. Class path to access Solid's API. Class path to access Solid's API. So here directly environment variable you can type. Now see, edit the system environment variables. You can click. You'll get a environment variables. This one. Directly you can set here. Right. Click on Windows button. Second, type environment variables. In search bar, click on see Windows button, environment, env if you type also comes. Edit the system environment variables app. Click on advanced tab. Click on environment variables button. Select the class path. and click on edit button. Click on new button. Paste the following. One minute. Paste the following. Solid API.jar. Semicolon not required. Leave it. If it is Windows 7, 8 required. Windows 11 not required. Some operating system semicolon required. Some operating system semicolon not required. Different type size there. Now here Windows button, environment variables. Click here. Advanced tab, environment variable button, class path, edit, new, paste. Solid API.jar. Okay. Solid API.jar. Click on OK button. Click on OK button. Click on OK button. Click on OK buttons. Now you are getting error. Again also you'll get a same error because this window will not work. We have to close. Another window we have to open. Now we can see Java P, Java Jakarta dot solid dot solid. You are getting no? After setting a class path also you are not getting suppose. That means your mistake only. Okay. After setting a class path also still not working means that is your mistake only. Now before setting same error comes. After setting also same error coming means your class path mistake only. Okay. This is only settings I given today. Monday we'll see application. Okay. Monday we'll see application. morning, students. One by one, I'll clarify your doubts. Wait. Dot war file, how to create, I'll explain. Further session, you'll understand. Take at least 2 programs on Notepad. Okay. GRE as a path also you can select. Otherwise, JDK you can select. Latest version JDK contains GRE. That is the reason JDK you can select. Pawan Kumar. After selecting JDK folder, click the next button. Yes. Any port number 1024 to 65,535. It is just like a Tomcat website address. Yes. If you forget username password, you have to check server.xml file. These notes, up to yesterday, up to today class notes I shared in Google Classroom. I can check it. Just 1 hour before only I shared. This notepad also I'll share in Google Classroom. This notepad I'll share in Google Classroom. Okay. Even errors, screenshots also I shared today. You can check it out. Tomcat class path screenshots also I shared today. Just 1 hour back I shared. JDK 17 is there. It's okay. JDK 17 is there. 17, 18 is there. 18. Yeah, class completed. Monday, next session. If you are getting unresolved programming coming, means that your program I have to check. You mail to my mail ID. Path means for software, class path for libraries. 2 init methods you can write. Init without argument, init with argument possible. Type 3 driver also available. Yeah, type 3 driver also available. I'll explain. To change the port number, server.xml file open. Notes I'll share in Google Classroom. Jakarta nothing but it is Indonesian island name. Present year I'm not teaching Spring Boot and microservices. Catalina nothing but web container name. Lib contains jar files. Yeah, first solid.java actually we have to place in src folder. I placed it in classes folder. For practicing purpose, it's okay. Some operating systems semicolon required. That is just semicolon is not working, remove semicolon. Semicolon is working because Windows 7 may require. .java file, it should be outside the war file, yes. How to check the path CMD? Just a Java P, Java X dot solid dot Jakarta dot solid you can type. Tomcat lib folder. I given notes no. Here notes is there. Tomcat lib folder. Steps to set the class path. This is. Google Classroom link, I'm not responsible. Contact admin only. Yeah, Vishnu Sagar. Yeah, that is wherever table space is there, they're inserted. Hemant, it is not necessary to change the port number. If it is not working, you have to change, because many servers port number, default port number 8080 will be there. Spring framework, you can learn. Port number, you can take 1024 to 65,535. Any one number you can assign. Web INF, web information, full form. 21 you mailed to my mail. On 21 you mailed, but Saturday Sundays only I'll check. Yeah, this text file I'll drop in it Google Classroom. Okay. After installation, Tomcat empty folder will not be there. JDK 11 if it is there, take old version of Tomcat. Tomcat 9 you can take, or Tomcat 8 you can take. .java file we have to place in src folder only, but if I place in src folder, how to compile also how to teach again, because many people they'll forget core Java. Again JDK, that is required. Yeah, this is first class only, Solid's first program also not completed. You'll understand everything in further sessions. If JDK 17 is there, continue 17. 18 is there, 18. We'll see continuation tomorrow, Monday. Move to insert row means wherever table space is there, they're inserted, I said. Wherever table space is there, inserted. Class path variable in control panel. These notes I'll share in Google Classroom. Again, you check it. See, Google Classroom link, I'm not responsible. Contact admin. These many days over, still you didn't get Google Classroom link? Major all people got it, no? 4896803434. You contact admin to get a Google Classroom link. These many days over, till you didn't take. Say environment variables. Here, environment variables, class path, edit. These are class path. Admin is not responding. You mail to my mail ID. You mail to my mail ID. I'll forward your mail ID to admin. You mail to my mail ID. Those who are not getting Google Classroom link, I'll forward to admin. Yeah, you can use WebLogic server, WebSphere server, JBoss server, any server. System variable not required. Local this user variable only set enough. Program file Java is not there. Java may be installed in other system, other location. You check it out. System variables means that is here while typing system variables come, that is I given. Say here while typing edit the system environment variables coming. That's what system variable I given. Shravanti. What is your doubt? Core Java. Vishnu Sagar. Mail to my mail ID otherwise. Okay. We'll see continuation on Monday. Any other doubts? Okay, mail to my mail ID. We'll see continuation on Monday. Sheikh Shubani. 1024 to 65,535 range. Any number you can use. Now I used 8082. Like that, any number you can take, I said. Any other doubts? So not only 8082, you can take 1024 to 65,535. Any one number you can assign port number. Any other doubts? Yeah, what is Roshan? What is your doubt? JDK compulsory, yes. Without JDK, you cannot install Tomcat. Yes, compulsory. Tomcat 10 not compatible with JDK 11, I think. Better to go for JDK 9. JDK 9, Tomcat 9. In HTML, photos, videos, you can add it. First time, if it is opening 8080, you continue that one only. If it is not working, open, change the port number. If it is working with 8080, continue that one only. If it is not working, change.